Erratic show. Good day, kings and queens, she's and he's, days and thems, human beings, and everybody in between. I'm Erratic Assassin, the hip hop therapist, always down to talk about it for the Erratic Show, only show where we in the streets and industry. I know it's been a minute. In fact, it's been some weeks, but we are back. We are live. We're happy. We are here on this blessed day, the 21st of April, 2025. Wishing you a happy family day. Wishing you had a happy Easter weekend. Hope you had a great Easter Sunday. Yesterday and with today being family day, maybe they need to change it to like loved one days, because not everyone has family, and sometimes you just have your friends, but the friends are the family you choose. So I hope everyone's having a blessed day. Hope everyone's a great day, still in the Easter mood, got the hot cross buns, I was like, hot cross buns, maybe it's the bread is the body of Jesus, the raisins are supposed to be the blood of Jesus. Either way, very delicious. Ooh, these are the chocolate ones. That was a good surprise. But let's get right into the news. We're back again. We're live again. We're happy again. We're feeling like Jesus on an Easter weekend. We're just back. We're back. We're back. But getting right into it, apparently, according to the world, South Africa is the best place rent-wise, especially price-wise, to buy a home. Best place to buy a home in terms of rent. There was a world study done using the salary, wages, and price of rent, and it turns out that the gap is only like 6% between wages and cost of rent or buying a home. So they're like, hey, this is the best place, number one in the world. But those studies, like I say, what money, what specifics are they speaking to? Everyone always comes at these studies, but are you speaking to the SA people? Are you speaking here inside Mzansi? Because let me tell you, ain't no one got a home, ain't no one buying. When last you see a house party? When last you see a house party? No one is buying homes. So it's always weird. It's kind of like, maybe the northern hemisphere region people are like looking at it like, ooh, new place to move, ooh, because the rent situation, home crisis there is also crazy. The world's kind of going through a recession. So it's just madness. But if you are going to be buying a home, you're going to need to buy furniture as well. And I guess it makes sense why you can see South Africa being the best place to buy a home, with ShopRite selling the furniture department for $3 billion to Pepco. Now Pepco's Pep. Ackermans being one of the biggest resellers and retailers just in Africa alone. So they're getting the furniture department division that's going to come with everything. They're spreading out. They're like, actually, we're going to be in people's homes for real, household name. So that transaction is going down. They even commissioned it. They're like, yeah, actually it needs to happen. This is some good money for good people going on. So that's interesting. So now ShopRite selling that's going to Pepco. Because it's funny how everyone's like, oh, Pep, cheap, whatever, but quality, whatnot. But it's like, it's actually, it's reasonable for the people. Maybe it's a tough time for the people. Like I said, it's a recession, but people still need furniture in their homes. People still need all of that. People need homes in general. And when you have a home, the best thing you can do is always call home when you're having any troubles. And in terms of calling home, it turns out that the best networks to use, MTN still reigns number one, has been reigning number one throughout Africa for many years now, but especially within South Africa. And now number two used to be Vodacom, but coming out from last year, 2024, it turns out that it's Cell C. Cell C has stepped into the picture, into the play, leaping Vodacom to take the second spot, Vodacom becoming three. And I am a Vodacom user. I've been noticed recently, like, Vodacom, hey man, you guys are slacking. I'm trying to call, it's a T. It's not going through. What's going on? Like, what's going on here with Vodacom? Like, Cell C is jumping now. We can't even make jokes. Now the bench is going to get crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just glad Trevor Noah's not with Cell C right now, because I'm sure he would have to have a lot to say about all that's going on. But if you want to phone home from a distant planet, or just phone back here into Mzansi, or just phone home to your parents and wish them a happy family day, MTN, Cell C, then Vodacom, those are the big three. They stepping up to the plate. And talking about phoning home, it's really ET out there in the world. ET phone home. Scientists have recently found another planet that has the same type of properties as Earth, especially like with algae and all of that, which indicates that they could be other living species away, but it's about 24 light years away, 12 light years away. That's, I don't know how many years and whatnot contemplate that's going to be traveling. So I don't think we're ever going to see it. Maybe generations and generations and generations and generations to come, but I don't think we're ever going to see it. And yeah, that's just the news on that. It was a very home-based news. Like I said, family day, we're spending it at home. But now I want to introduce something that's not new, that we've always done, but we're bringing it back. Now we're bringing it back in new ways. It is sound advice where I just give you the advice on the best sounds to listen to that's out there. And especially locally, South African artists around Africa as well. But now, as you've seen, or if you didn't see, for the Streets Awards, we have the EP voting out. We got the hip hop and the R&B. So I want to get into the hip hop. Give you guys a description of the nominees that are in there, so you can better go give a listen and then go give a vote. You got to hit the link in the bio, hit the link in the description if you're in the YouTube, and yeah, get into it. So let's get right into it. So one of the nominees, we have Zulu Mecca coming in with Seams. Seams, beautiful project, 5 tracks deep. My favorite on there is Seams, Job Not Finished, and then Lee featuring Marcus Harvey. Ooh, crazy. Throughout the whole flow, Zulu Mecca, you can see it's kind of one of those things where she is unraveling at the seams. And in her unravelment, she's also like sewing herself back together, like stitching herself back up. So you kind of hear that context of seams and just the clothing and stitching and how you wear your issues and your problems and your vulnerability. And once you wear it on your sleeve, you're more likely to address it. So I really enjoyed that. Next up, we had Nomfundo Yagani with Half Clutch. So Half Clutch, she dropped part 1 in the beginning of the year and then part 2 towards the end of the year. Half Clutch, I did enjoy it. She really comes out hard, hitting hard bars. She's on her thugger shit. You can see really a student of Pro Kid, Pro Verb, Double HP, you know, your Squatter Camps, that gassy rap feel, your Sia Shezis, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has that gassy rap feel, and I think right now she is the like queen of gassy rap. So it's enjoyable, but you know, gassy rap is a lot of like hard punchlines, set up bars, all of that, even within the storytelling. So I don't know, for me personally, how much that hits. Like, sometimes I just want to like smooth ride, like let me ride in the metaphors, don't give me the punch and the setup, just like let it hit. But I feel like if she could hit that boom bap touchline, because touchline does that gassy rap into the boom bap very excellently. It was brilliant, but it was dope. Then we got Original, Expensive Hunger. She dropped this was crazy. EP fire, all the bars here, the production here, everything is just flawless. Simply like crazy lyricism, crazy setups, crazy product. Like, it's just, ooh, then the songs bang. Like, yo, man, Expensive Hunger was fire. That was just a fire tape. That was hard. That came out, that was hard. That was like definitely like my top 10 just overall projects of the year. Then next we had Nay the Bay with Vuga EP. I really liked it, really enjoyed it. It was different, like especially how honest she got and how vulnerable she got, like with the whole situation with the child and the baby father and everything, and how she's been and getting deeper into it. Like, she got very introspective in there, but then you still got flavor. She had like some tracks out there with the EP. Like, it was a very well put together musical production. I enjoyed it. It was hard, it was flowing, it was very much like, ooh, you know, you guys know I'm rapping, but I ain't playing with you no more. And I was like, sharp, okay, cool, nay, sharp. And then lastly we had Nino Fresco, Fly for Magriza. Oh, Nino Fresco coming out from Feast Day Bloom, bringing a whole new different flavor. The whole cowboy Nino Fresco feel still there. The music, a whole different like eclectic sound out there with it all. Really enjoyed it, really loved it. You can see it gets deep, very introspective. It's a kind of a hey, I'm climbing to the top, but as I'm climbing to the top, let me realize where I'm at. Let me celebrate. Let me appreciate everything that's going on, and like, let me use this as inspiration to go forward and go more power and like put more work into this. So really enjoyed that from Nino Fresco, Fly for Magriza. But yeah, those are your 5 nominees for your essay, your For the Streets EP, hip hop EPs of the years. So go vote, hit the link in the bio on Instagram or hit the link down in the description below. And yeah, man, check that out. That is 5. Now we're also going to go back into something else that we've always done for sure. which is retail therapy. Just talking a little bit about some merch, some cakes, some shoes, all of that that's going on. And we're going to start first off. We love, like I said, we love the music, we love the arts, we love the hip hop. So there's two collabs that's really dropped out. Action Bronson's been doing the collabs with New Bronson. He just dropped, another one. The 990s, the V6s. They dropped them in the baklava. You can see the purple, the mix up, the color, the mesh is kind of like how Action drop dresses with the layers. It gives very New York, very intense flavor with it. Action likes with the chef and all of that. So you kind of get that with the personality and everything. And then we got ASAP Rocky with the Puma Mostros. The Mostros, they were the running shoes already, but ASAP is coming out then with the 3D level, so you can see the spice coming out. Very, very, very high end, high fashion, high society. Very ASAP Rocky-esque type vibes with it, and I guess that's why he's one of the creative directors there, doing the goddamn thing. Now it's the NBA, it's the playoffs, so companies, brand shoes they're going to be putting out with the players, because right now they're going to be the most seen. One of those was Converse with Shea Gilgeous-Alexandria. They dropped their first offering, the Shea 001s in this gray colorway, bulky kind of shoe. It kind of look almost, it's like kind of like the new footwear design, where it's like the Anthony Edwards Adidas stuff, the Jerry Lorenzos, with the also the Yeezys, kind of like sandals. I guess the new design and silhouette and stuff. And we will actually have an episode where we talk about silhouettes and sneakers and what happened to that, and why I feel like that's also kind of what happened to sneaker culture and the decline of it. But the shades, they're looking fire. And talking about sports, with the FIFA World Cup happening in 2026, which is next year, Nike and Adidas have started going back into the football bank, bringing out the classic, the retros. Nike's been doing the whole Nike Total 90s. Oh, this back in high school, man. This bang. I'm showing my age, but this bang. This was crazy with the adverts. Henri, the Joga Bonitos. It was hard. The Total 90s. Wayne Rooney had them. Oh, there was mad. But they bring them back in the old-fashioned style. They put out the gold metallic. They put out the classic red. I think they even did one with Manchester United. But Adidas is not sleeping on it. They're bringing out the Predators, the indoors. They made these sneaker kicks. They they got the little high end. It's like, yeah, Predators, but you can wear out. So it's nice to see how the sports, the indoor football is coming back with the World Cup coming through. And talking about sports, there's some major sports news happening. Firstly, starting in South Africa, the Netball Association has fired President Cecilia Molokwane. They were just like, hey man, it's time for neuro, time for change. She said she's going to be grooming her success for like the next 4 years. So she's going to groom someone to take over. It's very like, hey, what happened? It was the Easter weekend, which we know is big for high school rugby, with the St. John's Fest, Cares Fest, Saints Fest, all of that happening. To be honest, I've never been to any one of those fests, but I think it's still happening out today. So if you enjoy the rugby, if you're there, old boys, all of that, alumni, having fun, drinking beers, enjoying the sports, enjoying the boys, hey man, go rugby, go sports. Hope you had a good time. Hope you had a safe time. And everybody got home safe. Talking about the NBA, like I said, it is the NBA playoffs. We had the first games of the first round taking off with Wolves, Nuggets, OKC, Golden State, Celtics, Cleveland, Pacers, and New York Knicks walking away with the wins. But it's the best out of 7, so you got to get those 4 before you go anywhere. Right now, it's very, very looking nice, looking tough. No one expected the Lakers to lose to the Wolves like that, especially the Wolves beating that. The Clippers are looking nice, taking it to OT with the Nuggets. Nuggets just coming out with the bucket win. So, hey man, the Clippers really looking like they could do something. Golden State against Houston Rockets. It was a tight game, not a high-scoring game. But yeah, Golden State looking like, with Jimmy Butler there, looking like they can shake up. But OKC looking like the champs. Celtics looking like they're the champs. Cleveland looking like they've always been playing all weekend. So I think in the East, we're going to see more stuff coming out in the second round. And then talking about, coming the second round and then playoffs. In the Champions League, we get into the semifinals. Arsenal is versus PSG. We got Barcelona versus Inter Milan. So it's getting crazy. It's getting heated. Who's going to be in the finals? Who's going to be winning? It's crazy. We don't know. There's a race to the finish. Talking about a race to the finish, we ended off with F1 with McLaren past you winning F1 this past weekend. Now McLaren has 3 out of 5 wins, looking like they're the champs. Looking like they could be the champs for the season, which everyone's like, ooh, unexpected. I know everyone's thinking Hamilton, the Ferrari, Red Bull, and Max with Verstappen. What's going to happen there? And Red Bull also going through their own little thing. So, yeah, man, it's up. But you know what it is? Hope you enjoy the rest of your Monday, Tuesday. We'll see you on Wednesday. Peace. It's E. Wow.